right, we'll be back from the break, and you are definitely still watching Business Today this evening as we talk matters human trafficking and road insecurity. Now, still in regard to this weekly security briefing, besides road safety, one of the revelations highlighted by human trafficking have been on the rise at the fall of 2022. Now, with the high numbers in regards to unemployment, labor externalization has apparently turned out to be one of the most compelling alternatives, and the Arabian Gulf are key destinations. Figuratively, last year there was a 185.03% increase in the number of human trafficking cases. Pedison Mumbere with more.
Cases of human trafficking are now rising in Uganda, and that's according to the human trafficking report that was released in 2022 by the Ministry of Internal Affairs. But looking at the records here, they're saying that in 2022 there was 185.3% cases that were reported at police, and they're also saying that 421 cases reported was in 2021 and now to 12,000 in 2022. That's according to the statistics from this report. According to the information, this was attributed to the full opening of the economy.
This is related to the number of cases that were reported to police from the different points in the country, and the number rose from 421 in 2021 to 1,200 cases reported to police in 2022. This drastic increase indicates a 185.03% increase. As you may see now, this informs us that the number of cases being reported are increasing. Why? In the report you find that due to the high levels and numerous awareness raising campaigns during the year 2022, more people got to know what human trafficking is about and how they could access assistance, how they could reach out to the police. No wonder 1,200 cases were reported in the same year, 2022.
We intend to carry out another phase of operations. And we sound a warning now to all riders, all motorcyclists on roads. We are just giving them at this period this week to prepare and have riding or driving licenses. Beginning next week, on Monday, the whole of next week, we shall carry out massive operations, targeting all those riding on roads without driving licenses. And whosoever is got, they shall all be taken to various police stations, packed and taken to courts of law, and then also tasked to first process driving permits before they carry away their motorcycles.
From the matters to deal with the media monopoly, we are now linking up with Sam Ibanda Mugabi, who is the president of the Uganda Parliamentary Press Association, to understand further and more of this particular matter and where it leaves privately owned entities in Ugandan media today. Hello. Good evening, Mr. Sam Ibanda. Can you hear me? And well, of course, when you come to think of it, with in regards to what we do have tonight, is following the fact that the members of parliament, together with the journalists, were protesting what was a decree from the president in a note that was actually sent to parliament last week, directing all accounting officers to channel the advertisement through government entities, UBC and New Vision. That is in regards to when you come to think of what is coming in from the different media houses in the country, and that is where most of them have been actually pushing for the same. But as we continue to have our conversation, we want to link up with Mr. Sam Ibanda Mugabi, Now, Sami Ibanda Mugabi is serving as the president, Uganda Parliamentary Press Association, and he will be definitely giving us a few of the details in regards to where this leaves the media in the country and pretty much the privately owned entities. And all right, like very apologies for the few technicalities that we've been having here, but let's now link up with Mr. Sami Ibanda Mugabi, who is the president Uganda Parliamentary Press Association, who is live from Naguru. Very warm good evening and many thanks for joining us, Mr. Ibanda. Sam?
Good evening, and it's a pleasure having this opportunity to talk to the nation right now.
The pleasure is ours to be here on the Business Today Bulletin on Smart 24 television. Let's get right into it. How comfortable is it to operate in Uganda as a journalist from your point of view?
Thank you so much. That's a very interesting question. You're a journalist the way I am, and you see the situation or the environment under which journalists are operating. Me and you, I think we already have the answer. But first and foremost, I want to inform you that journalism has become a dangerous profession as of now. You have seen on a number of occasions having journalists being harassed by security men, officers, some of the security men, whenever they go to cover demonstrations. And when they come to disperse the protesters, they don't even spare the journalists. And on a number of occasions I've seen cases increasing. HRD has been helping us to make sure that they file or profile all these cases, and we've already seen that the number is increasing almost each and every day. You saw last week when some of our colleagues went to the FDC headquarters, and some of them were seriously harassed by the FDC goons. And of course we came out and condemned those goons who came and they attacked our fellow journalists, because whenever they come out and attack our fellow journalists, it's a way of undermining our profession, and it's also undermining the way Ugandans are supposed to get information, because they deny information to the public. When you come and attack me as a journalist, then it means you don't want what you are doing to reach the people. So it's one way of prohibiting the public to get the right information.
What happened earlier on in Parliament this morning, where hot tempers are following the President's decision to at least have all adverts to be channeled through government media, that is UBC, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, and of course the Vision Group. What kind of impression does this offer, especially for the stakeholders or the private stakeholders within this industry?
First and foremost, we need to get to know the genesis of this directive. The information indicated that, one, there were some officials from government who went and approached the president and told the president that for them, UBC is not getting adverts or is not doing well in the market, and even Vision Group. And that's where the genesis is coming from. But for us as Uganda Parliamentary Press Association, and we also saw now the National Association of Broadcasters coming out, and today we're also happy that we've also seen the Editors Guild also coming out to stand together and saying, no, I think that directive cannot work, because today if you are to to get the number of journalists working for private media houses, the number is too big compared to the number of journalists being employed by government. You cannot say it's only government media houses that will get advice from government. That's a deadly decision, or it's a deadly directive. Me, I want to inform you that I'm a travel journalist. I've gone to USA, I've gone to Switzerland, I've gone to France, I've gone to China, I've gone to even these African countries, I've gone to Ethiopia, I've gone to Rwanda, I've gone to Kenya, I've gone to Tanzania. Globally, government is the main advertiser on all media platforms, be it government media houses or private media houses. So when you say you're denying private media houses to get business from government, then it means you're forcing these media houses to close. How? Let me give you a good example. KCC has been advertising with media houses. URA, UNRA, Uganda Airlines. So it means with this directive, no private media house will be getting advice from those entities and others like the Electoral Commission, district local governments and so on. So it means media houses do not get business. You cannot say private media houses, you only go to private entities or to the private sector to give you business. Then what's the percentage? The percentage of private sector that's giving private media houses business is 30%. The biggest advertiser is government, that's standing at 70%. So when you say private media should only depend on the 30% business from the private sector, then you are killing the sector. We are in an open market, and it's the NRM government that has been coming up with these policies to see that people can be able to come and create jobs. Now, the people who are investing in the media sector, they're investing in the media sector to support government in terms of creating jobs. Now, you are going to make sure that people lose jobs. Because I have a number of people only think that just people who go on the screen, like the anchors, like reporters, are the only people who are behind. But the number of people behind the scenes, we have engineers, we have people in the control rooms, we have people who are marketeers, who are in the sales and so on, we have the security guys, we have the cooks and so on. So it means all those people are going to lose jobs. And when those people lose those jobs, then it means even the dependent, people who depend on these personnel, they're also going to suffer. So there is no need of making sure that you make all these people suffer simply because of this directive. We are saying, let the president revoke this directive, because once the decision has been revoked, then it will help the media industry to thrive.
Your own perspective, if you come to think of it, is the National Association of Broadcasters well positioned to influence the reversal of the current development, and do you in any way find cohesion in the media space?
The National Association of Broadcasters is playing a very big role because these were the first. This was the first body to come out and say, Mr. President, I think this directive is not good. Let's have this directive revoked. And we're also joining the same session to say no. Remember, now this is a body that encompasses the proprietors of these media houses, and these are our bosses. So when our bosses speak, I think we are only supposed to add on their voice to see that these issues are addressed. Because these are the people who are crying, these are the people who are paying us service, these are the people who are paying us allowances. So when they cry, it means the situation is getting out of hand. And we're saying to President Museveni, there is no need of making sure that the situation gets out of hand. Because we cannot only depend on UBC and on Vision Group to say that these are the only people who will do what? Be broadcasting government events. This is a daily decision, because when you get to the market, that those have been carrying out surveys on the viewership and listenership, they will tell you at what percentage is UBC and at what percentage is New Vision. We need to understand that even other media houses play a very vital role in making sure they disseminate information. But I don't want now to start comparing the UBC with the other TV stations. No, I don't want to reach that extent. But when need be, we shall reach there. But the most important thing now, I'm saying, let UBC be given advice, let New Vision be given advice, but also let private media houses also be given advice. That's the way to go. There is no need of pulling ropes here and there, and then reach to the extent of also starting to boycott the activities of government. I think we should not reach to that extent. But what we are saying, let's leave the market open. Let the market be open.
When you look at the different players, Mr. Ibanda, print, mainstream media, online journalists among the rest that we are currently having, because it's now a fully packed media basket, are all these equally affected, or the scale of damage is varying?
I beg pardon, I didn't get your question well.
Looking at the fact that we have quite a number of different players within the media space, and I would want to know whether, if you look at print, mainstream, and then online journalists or the online media platforms, among the others, do you think they are all equally affected by this particular development that we are discussing this evening?
Of course. Because all those media platforms, majority of them are private. We're not talking about two media houses who are going to benefit from this directive. The rest are going to be affected. A good example, online media has been benefiting from a number of government entities that have been giving them business. It means that they will no longer get that business. All these are print. When you say all adverts that government has been advancing Daily Monitor, we no longer go to Daily Monitor, it will be going to New Vision. Then it means even these are the print media, they're going to be affected. There's only now one print, that is New Vision. It's the only beneficiary thing. There's only one TV, that is UBS, it's the only beneficiary thing. So it means that this thing is going to cut across, everyone is going to be affected.
Lastly, Mr. Sam Ibanda, in regards to the media and journalism in Uganda, do you think we still hold the power to command and also, drive these stories home, in your observation? Lastly,
I want to inform you that the biggest percentage of Ugandans believe in what the media has said. When I was growing up in my rural district in Luka, even the down person there would say the radio has said, Radio Gambi, Radio Kobie. So it means the public believes in what the media communicates to them. And the best channel of communicating to the public is through this media. So if you deny the public to get the information, that means you're also denying them to make a choice. Because it's out of this information that they get to make a direct choice. So media still plays a very vital role. I want to inform you, and I want to inform the country that media is key in ensuring that Ugandans can make best decision, in ensuring that Ugandans get to understand the social and the security in the country, in understanding the health situation. Remember, even during COVID, the president was using the media to communicate to the public. They were not having rallies. Remember, even during the 2021 general election, so they diverted, they went virtual. And going virtual, they were using different media platforms to communicate. So media is still important in ensuring that the public gets the rightful information, and also ensuring that even development occurs. Because when people are denied information, then that country is bound to go under a lot of challenges in terms of development. So I believe media is still strong in ensuring that the public can get information to make the rightful decision in their families, in their societies, in their districts, and also in their country.
All right, many thanks for your time, Mr. Sam Ibanda, and we wish you all the best for the evening and a blessed night.
Thank you, my brother, but this struggle is not all about UPPA, this struggle is not all about NAB, this struggle is all about us, people who are in the media sector, and even to all Ugandans, because once the media is ganged, once this directive is implemented, it means the public will not get the rightful information. Thank you so much for your time, and I believe the country has benefited from my submission.
Thanks for that particular one. Of course, and for all the viewers out there, many thanks for being part of the entire broadcast tonight. But first, let's have a recap of our top stories. Regional food security. The EAC sets focus on contract farming to improve productivity. Operational costs, informality and ignorance still adhere agro producers. Legislators, journalists protest President's directive on advertisement to be channeled through UBC and New Vision. And also, technical and vocational graduates presumably lack soft skills, like our Vocational Technical Center to incorporate skills and curriculum to suit labor markets. All right, and we've been coming to you live from Plot 42 Nailavini. Jerome Paul Sonko with Winnie Buyinza Nakauchi for sign language interpretation. For all of you who have been part of our live broadcast on this fruitful 24th of July 2023, many thanks. I wish you all the best for the evening. A blessed night till tomorrow. Good night.